Welcome in, guys. Randy here. Just wanted to take a few minutes and go over the DJI Goggles V2 compared to the Goggles Integra. I've had the Integra goggles for about a month and a half now. I've used them pretty extensively with the Avata. I got them for the Avata because, as you all know, if you use the V2 goggles with the Avata, you have to use your phone. And for me, that is a pain in the butt. So I love the Integra goggles in that aspect. Anyway, I just want to go over a few other specs with you and do a little side-by-side video comparison of the footage and let you guys determine what you think about the difference in the screen quality and the resolution. The V2s have a 2-inch screen compared to the Integra goggles half-inch screen. The V2s have a 1440 by 810 resolution screen compared to the Integra's 1920 by 1080. The V2s have a latency of 28 milliseconds compared to the Integra's 30 milliseconds. And the V2s have a refresh rate of 144 hertz compared to the Integra's 100 hertz. And the V2s have a field of view of 54 degrees compared to the Integra's 44 degrees. The V2s have 4 external antennas compared to the Integra's 2 external, 2 internals. And the V2s have the external battery, so you can use up to I think from a 2S to a 6S battery. And the Integra goggles have the built-in battery. I believe they're 218-650s. Now don't quote me on that, but I think that's what they are. And I did notice one thing when I got the Integra goggles. You have to use, if you use SanDisk SD cards, you have to use a very specific SD card. They only are compatible with the Samsung V30 A1s. If you have the A2 cards from SanDisk, they will not work, and they only use up to a 32 gigabyte SanDisk card. But you can get other options like Lexar. I think you can use A2s with the Lexars up to like 512 gigabytes. And the V2 goggles, I've had no issues with the SanDisk cards. I can use up to 256 gigabytes and no issues. The Integra goggles, they do fog up, and it is summertime and it's hot, so every time I've used them, they've fogged up. So that's one negative about the Integras. The V2 goggles, I've never had them fog up. I've used them all through summer for 2 years now, and I have never had an issue with them goggles fogging up. So that is a very good thing, because you don't want to lose sight when you're flying FPV. That's for sure. But I enjoy the V2s. It's a noticeably bigger screen, and the OLED screens in the Integras, I don't think they're that much better. I just, that's my opinion, and we're going to do a little side-by-side comparison of them, so you guys can tell me what you think. They are a little bit more vibrant in the shadows. The V2s struggle in the shadows just a little bit, but like I said, it's not that big a difference. But we're going to take a look. So I did this flight just around the neighborhood. It was about 10 minutes apart, so the sun is in about the same position. I will say with the Integras, the penetration is slightly better. Not that big a deal, just slightly. When I went around that turn right there, they both went down to 2 bars, and then they went back up to 4. Right through here, had all white bars. And they both went back down to 2 around this corner. And the V2 stayed around 2 to 3 bars. And the Integras went back up to full white bars. And if you look, I think the ground actually looks a little better with the V2s. It seems a little richer, in my opinion. But, I'm no expert, and that's just my opinion. I recommend picking you up a pair of V2s if you haven't already. The Integra goggles are nice. They're a smaller form factor, but I like my V2s. I will say I like the V2s. So in the future, I will be using the Integra goggles with the Avata because of the phone thing. But if I'm flying my Skyliner Mark III or the FPV drone, majority of the time I'm going to have my V2s on. It is nice to have that screen recording with the on-screen display, but you don't always need that. You know, if you're doing something very specific, it's nice to have. But other than that, you guys let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate you watching. And oh, see this shirt? Johnny sent me this shirt. I appreciate that, Johnny. You got Johnny Drone Flyer. You guys go check out his channel. He does a show on Wednesdays, Fly for Fun show. I think it's like 6 or 7 o'clock Eastern time. You have to go check it out to get the exact time. And he does Drones and Coffee on Sunday morning. And I really like the show, and I highly recommend it. So y'all go check out his channel. And until next time, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.